I recently hit a pretty darn big milestone. I turned 62. Since my audience is full of mature adults, I know many of you understand exactly what 62 means. It's the first year that we become eligible for early Social Security retirement benefits, and the temptation to jump online and start that application is incredibly strong. You've paid into the system your entire life, and the idea of finally getting some of that money back, well, it's pretty darn appealing. And for the longest time, that was my plan. Truthfully, I'm not sure how much I trust the government to be a good steward of the money that I've put into the system anymore. Too much spending on things that don't matter, and not enough taking care of each one of us. But that's a topic for another day. Let me get right to the point. I didn't do it. I decided to hold off and not apply just yet. The biggest reason I chose not to file really boils down to the fact that I'm simply not ready to stop working. I genuinely like to stay busy, and my professional life right now is very fulfilling. I still feel like I have purpose in my life, and when you leave behind a career of almost 3 decades, that's a pretty darn important thing to fill, right? I'm teaching part-time at a local technical college, which is a fantastic experience that keeps me connected to our community. And I'm also actively writing articles for Remind Magazine, their online division, spending time exploring the classic entertainment history that I love. And speaking of that, I'm consistently creating content right here on YouTube. Not only on this channel, but also on another one where I've been making content for almost a decade, simply titled Dave Sundstrom. Yeah, I know, super original. In hindsight, given that I talk about old-timey TV shows and movies on that channel, I might have been better off calling it something else. But after 10 years or so, and 175,000 subscribers, 65 million views, I'm not going to change the name. So, anyway, because I'm still working, and because I have these active income streams, claiming Social Security now would trigger the dreaded retirement earnings test. Yep. Believe it or not, the government can claw back some of the money that's coming to me, at least temporarily, if I make too much money. Here's how it works. If you claim benefits before your full retirement age, which these days is 67, and continue to work, the government caps how much money you can earn. In 2026, the lower exempt amount for this test is $24,480. And under these rules, for every $2 that you earn above that limit, the Social Security Administration withholds $1 of your benefits. When I look at my combined income from teaching, writing, and digital content creation, I easily surpass that threshold. And because of that, the government would claw back all or a huge part of my payout. Applying now would just mean doing a lot of paperwork, which I hate, only to watch my benefits get withheld. Beyond the immediate penalty of the earnings test, there's also the simple mathematical reality that the longer I wait, the larger my payout is. If I hold off until my full retirement age of 67, then my base benefit will be significantly higher for the rest of my life. Every single month that a person delays claiming past age 62, their permanent benefit amount increases. So right now, my wife and I, we're doing okay. We've got one of our boys at home with us, but we're starting to feel just a little bit like empty nesters. You know what? So far, it's been a wonderful experience, and our day-to-day expenses are manageable without needing that government safety net that is Social Security just yet. It just doesn't make logical sense to lock in a permanently reduced benefit at age 62 only to have a massive chunk of it withheld because I'm still bringing in a paycheck. I would much rather let that benefit grow in the background while I continue to enjoy my projects. However, I have to be honest with you. This decision is not completely stress-free. There is a looming elephant in the room that everyone our age, at least I think everyone our age, is worried about, and that is the future solvency of the Social Security program. Our public servants back in Washington, can I call them that, have known about this issue for years, but no one wants to tackle it because, While the simple answer of taxing our wealthiest citizens, let's just say the top 1%, a little bit more, well, that is not a popular idea. The other way you do it is essentially tax all retirees by reducing the payout each month. I don't like that idea at all either. I've read the latest projections and it's a bit sobering. According to the 2026 Social Security Trustees Report, the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund, that's Social Security, is projected to be insolvent by the year 2032. If that happens and no legislative action is taken, retirees are looking at an automatic 22% benefit cut. There's the tax, folks. I have deep concerns about our politicians on both sides of the aisle, Democrats and Republicans, and what they are actually going to do to address this potential insolvency that is just around the corner. It feels like they keep kicking that darned can down the road. Like I said earlier, part of me wonders if I should just grab the money now before the well runs dry. But ultimately, I have to base my financial decisions on the rules as they exist today. And right now, the penalty for working while claiming early, it's just too steep, at least for me. So that's my rationale for waiting. I'm going to keep working, keep teaching, keep making these videos, and let those benefits grow for a few more years at least. It's a calculated risk, but it's one I feel relatively confident in making right now. I say relatively confident because I don't know how confident I am in anything when it comes to Social Security anymore. Fortunately, I did make steady contributions into a 401k for more than 30 years, so I have that to fall back on as well. I would absolutely love to hear from all of you on this issue. If you're already 62, what did you do? Did you decide to claim your benefits, or are you waiting like I am? Let's get a discussion going. Drop a comment down below with your thoughts. I'd also be interested in knowing what topics you'd like me to tackle on this channel. I worked for almost 30 years for one of the country's largest financial services companies, and while I'm not going to use this channel to provide advice, I am happy to talk about investing for retirement and other money-related topics in a general way, if that's what you would all like to hear about. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Now, I'll see you in the comments and in my next video.